HVAC is one of the most expensive things in your home today, and almost no one understands all the reasons why. One day you're comfortable, the next it's 90 degrees, you need to call out a tech. They tell you you need to get your unit replaced or repaired, and you're out an arm and a leg to get that unit fixed. That technician now needs to slave away in the summer heat on a cheaply made machine with a poor design that hinders their work more than it helps them. And sure, you're cool after it's all said and done, but neither of you are coming away from that situation feeling great. And I'm asking the question, why can't it be better? So, with all that in mind, I quit my job. I liked what I was doing. I liked my coworkers, working on HVAC controls. That was all good. I just really started to think, well, if I can do all of this, if I understand all this stuff myself, what's stopping me from making my own thing, making my own products without the need to live up to the standards and desires of the executives and bosses and investors of a company? Create my own value with my own incentives and my own product ideals in mind. There's a counterpoint, which is, this is a lot of risk, and I'm working at a big company. They have money, they have a factory, there's other engineers on the team. So why would I be taking all this risk to do this on my own? Well, I want to make really good products. I want to make products that conform with my values, and I want to make products that people actually want and don't just need and then tolerate as a result of that. So what about going and finding another business to work for? Well, most HVAC products are owned by a handful of large HVAC manufacturers. So I could go work for one of them. The challenge with that is it seems impossible, if not monumental, to make a values-oriented change like that at a business. And otherwise, who am I to come in and tell them, hey, give me a product line and let me make something new for you guys? Just don't think that that would be feasible. I could try to go find a startup, but a startup that's being run typically with angel investors and seed funding and all that sort of stuff, they have ulterior motives themselves. They're trying to pay off their investors, get the funding paid back, and I don't want to be a part of that. That doesn't feel good. At the end of the day, a lot of them end up selling to Google and Amazon and whatever other big business, and you lose the value of having created that business as a small entity in the first place. I want something different. So now this gets to what issues exist in the HVAC industry and in HVAC products today. I've been in the HVAC industry for about 10 years, 5 years in commercial refrigeration, where you're dealing with airport-sized cooling, 500x your home-sized HVAC system. Then I went and worked at residential HVAC and hotel-style HVAC, and that has a completely different incentive factor where they are trying to save every dollar and penny on every unit because one extra dollar means $1 million over the life cycle of the product. Scale that up even more as you get to more units. And so, although these companies had some differing incentives with the products that they were selling, at the end of the day, it still came back to how do we lock customers in? How do we sell them more product? How do we make our products more cheaply? And how do we just return money back to investors to raise our stock price, which never feels great. So why can't we have high efficiency as a standard from these companies? Why do they have to lock us into proprietary protocols? Why can't we use whatever platform we want, own our own data, have local connectivity first, without having them in the middle of the process? Why can't these systems be easier to repair and replace than they are today? Why does it have to cost so much and almost always result in a replacement unit? Finally, if I'm going to be paying this much money for an HVAC system, how come I don't know where that money is going? How much of it's going to building the machine, how much it's going to the parts that make that machine possible, and how much of it's going to profit for all these different people in the chain? Now, can I make these things better? I think I can, and that's why I've taken this leap. So all of this is why I am starting Cooperative HVAC, trying to make an ethical business that's transparent on pricing and parts, open sourcing designs so that people know why and what is going into their product, and also making them more sustainable in the future with open source schematics and open source part selection, being able to allow people to repair and replace parts way more easily on their units in the field. And so whether you're a technician tired of crappy units that you just have to replace because you can't buy an expensive part from OEM anymore, or you're a homeowner who's frustrated because you always have to connect this one weird, unique app or pay $800 for the thermostat that you have to get that you don't want to get, or you're a tech enthusiast and all this sounds really awesome and you think that HVAC is right for disrupting, this is the right place for you. Please join me in working on this and discussing these topics so we can make HVAC a better engineering environment to work in. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share this with someone who you think might be interested, and watch out for more content coming out soon. I'm going to be producing videos about how HVAC systems work, the design of open source products, electronics and electrical stuff, which is a little bit of my focus, and I'm excited to share that stuff with you and get your feedback on everything that I'm going to be working on. For more information and see how you can get involved, see the links in the description below, and have a cool day.